Hello. I decided to go live. I had an extra hour, had being the operative word, because I'm having all kinds of tech issues, but it looks like we're good on Facebook. We're good on YouTube. I think you guys can hear me, which was part of the problem the first time, but I've tried to go live twice already and it didn't work out. So here's what we are doing. I'm going to do this a little bit differently. I was going to go through all 12 signs here in this reading, but I don't have time because I have an appointment coming through. So I'm going to do the first 6 signs. So we're going to do Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. And then today at 3 p.m., when I have another opening here in my schedule, we are going to do the rest of the signs. Okay. So we're going to break this down. I want to invite you and encourage you to watch for your sun sign. And if you know them, your moon sign and your rising sign. That is going to give you a more complete picture of the individual messages for you. So we are going to dive right in and we're going to start with Aries. Let me know that you guys can hear me. Let me know that this is working. Let me know that this is happening for you, that you can hear me. And we're going to take a look at the cards for Aries. Now, what I have done with the cards, I shuffled all of them. I pre-shuffled them. I pre-selected them. I have them all here in a pile. We're going to do all oracle cards today. And we're going to be taking a look at the foundation of where you're coming from, what you've been developing and working on, where things are going. Yay, Rebecca says it's working. Good. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know too. I would have done the whole reading and it would have been on silent. So I'm glad I didn't get too far in. So we're going to be looking at the foundation of where you're coming from. We're going to be looking at where you are, or what you have coming in, where you're going, and then the advice for you as you navigate this fall season. We're going to be taking a look at that time period from the fall equinox into the winter solstice. So essentially the time that we are in until the end of the year, because the winter solstice is pretty close to the end of the year. All right, let's dive in. We're going to start with Aries. The first card we have up is the Judgment card. Next card is the Abundance card. And the next card is the Power card. Okay, so very powerful energy. I love that we've got the Power card with Aries, because to me, every single Aries that I know is so powerful, so incredibly powerful. You guys are just like on it. And you are these natural born leaders. You're just like, you have all this beautiful, fiery, powerful energy. So I'm excited to see that Power card here, because to me, this is you stepping into your natural energy and owning it, embracing it, really leading from your authentic natural power. So the energy that you are, that is foundational to all of this, that you're coming through, maybe some things that you've been working on, is the Judgment card. And the Judgment card says, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Now, to me, this feels a little bit like maybe you have been working on not being judgmental of other people, of other things, of not focusing your mental attention on things that don't serve you, that aren't really helpful to you. I think like you've done a lot of work in detaching from that, and also judgment towards self. Maybe you've been working on seeing yourself in a new light and helping yourself to release judgments around yourself, around your progress, around the work that you've been doing, and just kind of letting yourself get to this place of, I'm getting a very authentic energy here with this, right? Like that you're embracing your authenticity, that you're kind of owning who you are and how you do things in a way that is incredibly powerful. I also see you having done a lot of reflective work with those retrogrades and working on releasing some old stuff. Maybe you had to go back and kind of revisit situations. Maybe you've had experiences that have brought the past to the present and you're working through some of that now. But it's all about understanding it from different perspectives and understanding yourself from different perspectives so that you can step into your power and you can be that much more powerful. And the card that we have here for what is coming in for you here in this fall is the Domicile Moon, and it is the Abundance card. I love this for you. You guys deserve this. You guys work so hard. You have invested so much time and energy, and I'm excited to see it. So this is obviously abundance coming in all forms. This is wish fulfillment. This is money coming in, prosperity coming in, opportunities coming in, an abundance of time. Whatever that is that you're looking for, I feel like there's a lot of blessings and opportunities that are coming in for you. And it feels like a reward for your willingness to dive into your shadows and to do that work. You might still be in that work a little bit where you have a lot of the past coming to the present, but know that that is you working through things, and your reward, your gift for being willing to take a look at all of that stuff and to get uncomfortable with some of that stuff is to have this abundance coming through for you. And I think part of what is happening here is this uncovering of your natural energy here with this dragon card, with the power card. And the dragon to me is like, I always think about fire when I think about dragons. Maybe you do too. And Aries is such a powerful fire sign. And so to me, this is about stepping into your power, stepping into leadership in some way, leading something in some way. I also kind of get this energy with the way that the dragon is looking over the girl that is sleeping, that some of this power is coming in by just letting God, the universe, your guides, do a lot of the work for you. I get this energy of giving the universe a to-do list to work on for you, and kind of letting yourself rest, refocus a little bit, let that abundance come in without trying to force anything too much. And pay attention to inspired actions that you're feeling called to take. Inspired actions feel really different from forcing things or trying to control things. And in your shadow energy, sometimes Aries, like you guys can get into this energy of forcing or trying to control. And this is about understanding this power as a co-creator and embracing your power as a co-creator and knowing that a lot is happening for you. You've already invested a lot of the work. You've already invested a lot of your energy into this, and you've already done a lot of the shadow work in release. And so trusting in what is developing in your world, what is coming in for you, because I think that you have a lot of blessings coming in for you. So that is Aries. Anybody out there at Aries? Hi, Lynette. Nice to see you here. Let me know what your signs are, your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign. Rebecca, I think are you a Sagittarius? I think maybe you are. We're going to be doing Sag in part 2 for when we come back at 3:00. So I will see you there for that, hopefully. All right. So we're going to dive right into Taurus. I am a Taurus sun. The first card up we have is the empathy card. The next card that we have is the Moon Mastery card, which is the Law of Attraction card. And the next card that we have up is the Water Spirit card, the Manifesting Dreams card. So lots of manifestation energy for Taurus energy, lots of that, which feels really good. It feels really right because I feel like in my own energy, there's a lot of energy opening up. Oh, hi, Lisa. I just stepped into Taurus. So make sure you stick around for these messages. Okay. So empathy. This is foundational where we're coming from, what we've been working on. And Taurus just is naturally such an empathetic sign. We are very grounded, but we're very connected to people. We take on people's emotions. We feel into people. And I think with this card showing up, it says, I am open to seeing both sides of the situation. I think actually we do this really naturally very well, but maybe we have been exploring some things. And I kind of get this energy with Taurus. It's like, the empathy, we're figuring out how to direct some of this empathy, some of this support, some of this understanding and this willingness to see from different perspectives. We're directing that toward ourselves. We're giving ourselves that loving, nurturing energy that we give to other people. And we're taking a look at, what is it that I need? What is it that's going to work for me? And we are honoring that. So there's a little bit more of this warmth and this self-love that I'm feeling here for Taurus. And that's foundational to where we are going. It feels like these other cards are the reward for the energy that we have invested in that. I also do feel like with this empathy card that it's like, make sure that you are being open. Like if you need to see some things from a different perspective, or you need to explore and be open to exploring different perspectives, that is going to serve you really well as we navigate this fall season. And so the next card that we have, what is coming in during this fall season for us as Taurus, is the Moon Mastery card. And this is the Law of Attraction card. And right here in the card, we have these three women who are dancing. And this very much gives me this energy. They're dancing in a flower field. They've got the sun behind them, two suns behind them, actually, that it gives me this energy of the Three of Cups in tarot. And the Three of Cups is about a harvest. It is about a celebration. It is about things happening and developing in our lives that are worth celebrating. And because this is the Law of Attraction card, to me, and Law of Attraction is like attracts like, right? And so I think for Taurus, part of what we are learning is how can I become even more magnetic, because Taurus is very naturally magnetic. How do I become even more magnetic? And learning to focus our energy and attention on the things that we want, the things that we are trying to create, because there's obviously a lot of manifestation power that's happening. So embracing your power as a co-creator and focusing on the things that you're really wanting to attract into your experience. What else? I'm very pulled to that mastery card. So I get this sense that there's a mastery of a lesson, something you've been working on for a long time. And this brings with it blessings. This brings with it, on the other side of it, these things that you've been trying to manifest for a long time, but maybe haven't happened yet. It does feel like there's this energy of divine timing, of things happening, and again, of things just being worth celebrating. As much as this is a moon card, it very much looks like a sun card. And we've got the two suns in the background and then all of these sunny little rays coming out of the moon. And so I think like it's the sunshine coming in after the storm. It's a time where things get to be lighter and we get to see the gifts, the blessings for the work that we have invested. And then the last card that we have here for Taurus is the Water Spirit card, and it is the Manifesting Dreams card. Yeah, I mean, to build on that, obviously we have two cards that are about manifestation. So if I were you, Taurus, I would be focusing on doing some form of intentional manifestation. Whether you are, one of my favorite things is to just do these manifestation rants while I'm driving. I will just talk out loud when I'm by myself, and I'll talk about all of the things that I want to create. And I talk about them as though they already have happened. It just feels good. Taurus, we're ruled by the throat. So it feels good to just like speak it out loud and to do it in a way that nobody's hearing it. Nobody's judging. Nobody is going to interfere with my manifestations. And it's just a way to use my time while I'm driving in a positive way. So I love to do that. I love to do manifestation writing. Maybe you're a vision board person. I think it's really fun to do digital vision boards on Canva. I've been having a lot of fun with that. All kinds of different ways that you can manifest. But I think this is talking about make sure that you're focusing on the things that you want, because it's manifesting either way. And I do feel like there's some openings and some blessings that are coming through as we're wrapping up this year that are going to be really exciting, really surprising. I also, with this otter, just kind of get this sense like just let some things roll off your back. Okay. So some things that are happening now, trust the process, trust that things are moving in the direction that you want them to go, because there's a lot coming in for this. So those of you who are just joining, I'm going to do the first 6 signs, and then we are going to dive in to the second 6 signs and at around 3:00 when I can jump in live. We had some technical difficulties, so I don't have time now. Let's see. Let me come back. Okay. So we've got Lisa says she's a Taurus. Lynette is a Virgo. Renee says hello. Hello, Renee. Nice to see you here. And Julie is a Virgo. Okay. So we've got definitely some Virgo energy here. And we will be getting to Virgo here in this portion, in part 1 of this reading. So let's go into Gemini and see what we pulled for Gemini. So Gemini got self-esteem, accept responsibility, and stability. So it's a little bit of a grounded energy, a grounding energy, an energy that is just inviting you to come back down to earth. I kind of get like with Gemini. Oh, Cheryl's a Gemini. Perfect timing. I get this energy where it's like coming back down to earth after something. Maybe like you wanted to explore something for a little while and it was meant to be explored for a little while, but now you're like, you know what? Like I don't know that this serves me. I don't know that this is for me. I don't know if this is what I want. There's something about that, like where you're like shifting out of something and into something else. And it's just like coming down to earth a little bit and really looking at what do I really want? And maybe you're looking at things from a lot of different angles. So the first card that we got is the self-esteem card. And the self-esteem card says, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. And so I do get this energy of taking a look at what your gifts are. Noticing, I feel like maybe they've been highlighted. This card is about the foundation of where you're coming from. So I want you to notice, like, what are people asking you to help them with? What do people come to you for? What has been shown to you as a quality that you possess, as a skill that you possess, as something that you contribute here in this world? And there's an invitation to lean into that. So this also might be with the energy that I'm feeling, like you're taking an idea and now here in this fall season, you're starting to create a little bit of a foundation under that. You're starting to take earthly steps to bring that together and to move forward with that. And this is about self-esteem, right? So this is about believing in yourself enough to take those steps. Now, you don't have to have full confidence in yourself. In fact, like so many of the things in my life that I have moved forward with, I didn't have the confidence in until after I did them. Because sometimes it's a leap of faith in yourself and this knowing that maybe I'm not there, but through having the experience of doing that, I'm going to develop the confidence through that process. And that's kind of the energy that I'm getting here for you, Gemini. So take that step, move forward with that, with whatever that is. And then the next card that we have here is the moon's reflection, and it says, accept responsibility. I think there's going to be with that moon's reflection card, some kind of a mirroring that's happening. I want you to notice what's being mirrored back to you here this fall season, what's being reflected to you. And a lot of this to me feels like positive stuff, like people telling you what you're good at, what you do well, what they like about you, what they see in you. And this is an invitation here in the fall to see that within yourself, to embrace it, even if you don't necessarily have the confidence, the self-esteem to move forward with that, even if you're not quite fully feeling that. It's like you get this feedback enough, and then you get to this place where you decide, you know what, maybe I need to dive into this. Maybe I need to move forward with this. Maybe I need to take that risk, take that leap. It's giving very much that energy. Now, also with that reflective energy, you might notice that there are circumstances that are happening in your world. And if you notice that there are repetitive patterns or things that just kind of seem to keep happening for you in your world, I want you to take a look at that. And I want you to ask yourself, what is this reflecting that is happening within me as well? I'll give an example from a couple of weeks ago because I noticed this for myself. I had an experience a couple of weeks ago where I just felt like people were disrespecting my time so much, and I was getting really frustrated with it. And at a certain point, I had to take a step back because I hate to have my time disrespected, probably more than anything. And I had to take this step back and say, why is this happening to me? What is going on? What is it about me that I'm putting out there that is happening for me? And I had this recognition that I'm not respecting my time in some ways. And I had to make some changes around that so that the outer experience that I am having, that is really all just an illusion anyway, is going to reflect the new energy that I'm showing up in. So there might be some things here this fall that are mirrored back to you that make you take a look at it. And if you're willing to take a look at it and to make some changes, I think that could be a really powerful shift for you. And then we have the Earth Spirit card, which is the stability card. And this to me is about bringing some kind of a dream down to earth, creating a little bit more of a system, a structure, a foundation under something. Maybe you're taking a dream and you're building on it. You're taking steps in that direction. You're starting to move forward with that. Definitely, if you have something that you've been on the edge thinking about and you're like, I kind of want to do this. I kind of want to go for it, or something like that, but you're a little hesitant because you doubt yourself. This is your message to move forward with that. This is the advice, is to create stability around that, create a foundation around that. Also, where can you create more stability for yourself in your life? Where do you need to create a little bit more of that stability? I would imagine that what is being mirrored back to you this fall is going to show you where you need to create a little bit more balance and a little bit more stability. We are in Libra season right now, and Libra season is about relationships and it's about balance. And so you might be taking a look anyway at, where do I need a little bit more balance in my life? Amanda, I did Aries at the beginning, so make sure you go back and you check that out. But thanks for being here. All right, so next up, we have Cancer. Let's get to Cancer. Okay, so for Cancer, I pulled gratitude, the day moon, the love card, and the pine spirit card, the purification card. So the gratitude card says, I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. I think this is something that you've been working on. This is the card that is foundational to where you've been coming from, right? So maybe you've been working on your gratitude practice, recognizing the things that you have. Maybe you've just been appreciating things in your life more. Maybe I kind of get the sense that there've been some experiences that have made you take a look at that, where maybe you've heard of situations that have happened, or you've gone through situations that have happened that have really highlighted for you what you already have and what you have to be grateful for. And I think that this energy is really fueling a lot of blessings that are coming into your life. So stay in that as much as you can. And where you recognize yourself feeling frustrated with things, as much as you can, come back into that gratitude energy, because that is really going to serve you well. I always read intuitively, right? And in this card, this symbol that's here really stands out to me, and it just feels like an opening of an eye. Okay, so this might be an intuitive opening. You might feel like your third eye is opening more. You might feel more intuitively connected right now. Maybe you've been working on that. I feel like a lot of people have been leveling up in regard to their gifts, their blessings, or their intuitive gifts and their intuitive connection. So that may have been you. And if that's something that you're interested in, I definitely would explore that a little bit more. But I also kind of feel like something came in that was eye-opening for you. That's the energy that I'm getting. And eye-opening in such a way that it helps to support you in appreciating the things that you have. And if you're not there yet, I would definitely look for that and pay attention to that. And then we have the day moon card, which is the love card. So for those of you who are looking for love, certainly coming in during this fall season, you may find that you are connecting with romantic love. This can also be connecting with other people. This can be connecting with a friendship. This can be self-love focused as well. But this is the day moon card. And what I always think about when I think about the day moon is maybe audacity is not the right word, but like the boldness of the moon to shine during the day. Right. And I kind of love it, because to me, it's such a badass energy. It's such a systems buster, rule breaking, you're not going to tell me what to do kind of energy, because when the moon is shining during the day, when we can see it, that is like supposed to be the sun's time, but the moon is like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to just shine anyway. And my point is with this, I kind of get that energy for you, Cancer. And Leslie, I see you're Cancer, Renee, Cancer. Yes. It's just like, I'm just going to shine unapologetically. And if you appreciate it, great. If you don't, fine. Right. And with this gratitude card, it's like, maybe you're just like shouting your blessings from the rooftop, or you're just like so excited about things that are coming together for you. Because I do feel like with Cancer energy, a lot is coming together. A lot of things are just like clicking into place. And so this is about, to me, shining unapologetically as well, and loving yourself enough to do that. And if there are circumstances, situations that are dimming your light, that's a problem, right? And the message here is to shine anyway. And if that's not going to work, then that will be very telling for you. And maybe there are some changes that need to be made. Renee's saying yes. Good. Okay. And then we have the Pine Spirit, which is the purification card. Yeah, I feel like with this, it's like there's a reset with this energy coming in. There's I think you guys have done a lot of work in letting go of the past and moving forward. And now this is like coming in as a reset. Now, I do kind of get the vibe here with this, like that, because this is the advice card, right? Like that there may be circumstances that feel a little slow moving, a little bit boring is the energy that I get. But this is about that purification of your spirit, of your life. It's a reset of your life, your business, your relationships, your money, whatever this is for you in your life personally. But there's some kind of a reset. And I think like with that reset, some things are maybe off to a slower start or something for you. And so this is saying, even though it may feel boring, it's like there's something that's coming together. I kind of get the energy that you've been so used to the chaos that now maybe it's love that's coming in, maybe it's a relationship that's coming in, and this person feels kind of like dull and boring because they're not toxic AF, they're not triggering you left and right. And so sometimes that can feel a little off or odd or whatever. So this is just the invitation to just be open to different energy coming in, to a reset. And when we have a reset, it is going to look different. And we don't need that stuff from the past anymore. So there's some kind of clearing, purification that's happening. And with this being that wintry card, I'm feeling like maybe that will continue. You may have a little bit of a slowdown in the winter where you're just working on building your light. I also get this energy of manifesting quietly. Maybe you're not sharing that with everybody, but you're working on something, or you're focusing your energy on something. And when springtime hits, or maybe even wintertime, because this is a fall reading, when you're ready to just like step into that spotlight or step into that situation, you are going to go for it. And this is your advice to go for it. So when you're ready, you'll know when you're ready. You'll know when you're ready to come out of that slower, reflective energy. Okay, so next up, let me know what your signs are, sun, moon, rising. Next up, we have Leo. Let's see what Leo has. Okay, so we have trust. We have embrace uncertainty. And we have the butterfly spirit, which is the transformation card. All right. So let's talk about it. Okay. So trust card is your foundational card, meaning that this is where you're coming from. This is what you've been working on. And I feel like maybe there has been some kind of work, like working on situations where there hasn't been trust in the past, where you've been betrayed in the past, where things have felt really hard or challenging in regard to trust in the past. And so now you're in a situation currently here in the fall where there's an invitation to put your trust into something, someone. Maybe it's many things. Maybe it's trusting yourself, trusting your ability to make your own decisions. And I think that you are ready for that. I think there's been a lot of work that you've been doing around that, a lot of things that you've been reflecting on. And now it's time to trust, because I get this energy of that whatever has come in for you is coming in for you. This is like a whole different level of relationship, experience, opportunity, things like that. Like you don't have to repeat the past in order to, or you don't have to expect to repeat the past, because I think like what we're looking at is a totally new cycle. And so it's okay to trust yourself. It's okay to trust the opportunities that are coming in. Use your intuition, of course, right? We always have to use our intuition, but I think that you'll know. And I think there'll be like this readiness, and there may be a hesitation, there may be a fear, because trusting can feel very vulnerable, but this is an invitation to do it anyway. And it says, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. So definitely that trusting in your intuition, trusting yourself can be a powerful thing for you. And then the next card that we have is the Moonlit card, and it says, embrace uncertainty. And so like, again, it's like trusting yourself where you feel called to lean into your intuition. Your intuition is leading you, and it's taking you into uncharted territory, because again, this is different than the past. This is not the same. And I think you want to approach this moving forward from a different energy. And so what's coming in for you in the fall is uncertainty, is doing things in a different way. It's approaching something that's scary to you, but also exciting to you. And to be willing to do that. That certainly is a leap of faith. It might be a big leap of faith for you, but it might present as something small. But lean into whatever this is. Like, again, you'll feel afraid, but you'll also feel excited. You'll also feel magnetized to it in some way. So pay attention to that, because this is about the advice. This is about your transformation with this butterfly spirit. It's like you're ready. You've been investing a lot of work. You've maybe been doing a lot of shadow work. You've been it's so funny. I just had shadow work come up on my phone because somebody was commenting on my cards on YouTube. So I saw that comment. So you've been doing some shadow work. That definitely is part of your reading. And maybe pulling your energy back in some ways from being fully present. And this is saying allow the transformation. Like now you're ready to come out of your cocoon and to experience the world and to experience new things and to embrace uncertainty. So this is a message to lean into that. And then the last card that we are going to do here for the first half of this reading, I'll be back at 3 p.m. to do the other 6 signs, is Virgo. So let's take a look at Virgo's cards. So the first card up is the Love card. And it says, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Then we have the Moonbeams card, and it is the Focus card. And then we have the Maple Spirit card, and it is the Generosity card. Okay, so anybody out there, a Virgo that's watching, whether you're watching live or on the replay. So where are you coming from? What is the foundation? We have the Love card. And again, it says, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. And I think to me, this is an energy of like viewing the world through heart eyes. Missy Ripley, good. Okay. Yeah, you're okay. Awesome. So seeing the world through heart eyes. And I think like maybe you've been working on that for a while. Seeing yourself through heart eyes, seeing your experiences through heart eyes. So what I mean by that is like through a lens of gratitude, of divine love, all of these things. And I want to encourage you and invite you to keep going, because like you're creating a momentum with that. And you making that decision to do that, whether it's to see yourself, to see others, to see the world through these heart eyes, it has created some shifts for you that are foundational for the blessings that are wanting to come in for you here in I was going to say the month, in the season of fall. And then we have, and by the way, you may also have connected with love with someone else or something like that, right? And we're building on that foundation. Then we have, for what's coming in for you here this fall, we have the Moonbeams card, and it is the focus card. Okay. So there might be something that it's like you're wanting to give your full focus to. You're really wanting to dive into that, or feeling that pull to dive into that. And this to me is that confirmation that you should explore that further. Now, I also just noticed the way that this person is watching the moon and watching the moonbeams come off of the moon. And it's like a little bit of this energy of having these heart eyes where it's kind of finding the beauty in everything. And I think the more that you're doing that, the better. Because the more that you're recognizing, like even just gratitude for the things that you've experienced, and now you're grateful for the things that you've experienced, even the things that you've been through, because you realize they brought you where you are now, to the place that you are now. So I think it's like viewing the world with a sense of awe, a sense of wonder. And I also think like there are a lot of things that are just happening that you're grateful for, that you're excited for. It feels kind of like we're in a new beginnings energy, and things are just starting to unfold, and you have more beautiful things unfolding here in the fall. It just feels like an opening. And let's see, the Maple Spirit card, the Generosity card, is all about what your advice is for this fall season. And this is even like a fall tree. And to me, this feels like the reward for your generosity. Like, just things you've been investing a lot of yourself. You've been really putting good energy out there to the world. And this just feels like a reward for the generosity that you shared. And I think that people are going to be generous with you, and that God, the universe, is going to be generous with you. So I think there is magic coming in for you. Look how magical this tree looks. It's got all these little sparkles in the background. I think there's magic coming in for you, that it feels like karma coming back around. You've given and you've given and you invested, and here it is coming back around. And I think there's a lot. Missy's saying life is making the gratitude flow. Good, right? And I think you're going to find that God, the universe, is going to be very generous with you. Maybe other people are going to be generous with you. You deserve it. Embrace it, love it, own it, receive it. Let yourself be in a place of receptivity. You don't always have to give, right? Receive also. And I think you have a lot to look forward to with that. So those are the first 6 signs. I will be back here today right around 3:00 to wrap up the next 6 signs. I've already got all the cards pulled and all of that. So we will dive back in. I will see you guys then. Thank you for being here. Bye.